Jared Haas with Frontstretch.com, down here with Stanton Barrett, who's making his first start of the 2023 NASCAR Xfinity Series. Stanton, how did this opportunity come to be?
Well, we had built a car at my shop with George Church and myself, and planning on running here. And then Joey had called me a few times this year about some of the road course stuff, and like I wasn't available, and so he called me again just about a month ago. It's like I got Road America open, and if some others would like you to come over here and do something with us, because it'd be good for us and points and whatever. And so we worked out a deal. So I came over here, and they got pretty good stuff, and already going to the track, and they have some points. So it makes it hard when you add another car to the field or two cars, and then it changes the dynamics for all kinds of people. So it worked out for both of us.
And you have your winery on there. When did that winery start, and a little bit of history of the winery that you have?
Yeah, I started the wine company in 2016, and then using the car here to get some exposure, hopefully gain some distributors and some customers as well. You can order online, sbfwines.com or stanbarrettfamilywines.com, and then just looking for distributors and retailers, to take it on. So it's a good place to get a lot of exposure, and we're growing really well. It's been 7 years now, so it's pretty fun, and I have a big passion for food and wine, so it fits my bill. And then I got involved with Horseheads Brewing near Watkins Glen there in Horseheads, New York. So I'm operating that, and partner was a couple of gentlemen there. So it's been really fun to be involved in the racing and put two brands that I own on a race car.
And you've obviously been a stuntman in quite a bit of different movies that hit well. What was your favorite movie that you worked with as a stuntman?
That's hard to say. I get that question a lot. I've done like 300 different films and TV shows and stuff. So a lot of it was working with my dad or my brother at the same time, when we were first starting, or with Hal Needham and Mickey Gilbert and my dad. And those kind of things were a lot of fun. And if you just take one isolated movie, it's really hard to say, because it's always about the experience with kind of who you're with, not because you're doing big stunts or just normal stunts or whatever on everything. So it's more about just the people you're working with, I would say. So most of those have been with family or very close friends, so you really couldn't say one particular movie. I think the period pieces are fun movies, like Jurassic Park or Gods and Generals or Patriot, things like that, or space movies, because they build out all this stuff that makes you feel like you're reliving it a little bit. So that's a cool aspect. But as far as like best movies, it's always with great people, friends, or certain crews that are exceptional in personality and ability to do their job that are the funnest.
And going back to the racetrack here, Road America repaved itself, and they had a track walk here. What can you see from the racetrack here? Do you expect it to be slick? What do you expect this race to be?
I've heard a lot of things about it. I drove a vintage car here a little bit, only a handful of laps because I had an engine problem, but it felt like there was grip then. And then I ran the track today. They had a track walk today, so I ran most of the track and felt different places as well. It seems like with the rubber down, there's grip out there. I think the guys had issues here in the Porsches and stuff because they didn't have a lot of rubber on the track, or it washed out, and then they put rubber back on. So there are some areas that I see with lines and pavement and where rubber's being laid down now versus like maybe where we would run. But I don't know, we'll see. Should hopefully not too much of a problem. I think a lot of the problems that people had is just rubber. It was a fresh track, right? And even when it was fresh, when I was here before, earlier this year, it still had pretty good grip in it. So I'm not super concerned, but it could surprise me when I get out there. We'll see.
Stanton Barrett making a start for Emerling Gase Racing. Thank you.
This is Blaine Perkins, driver of the number 9 Raceline Wheels CR7 Motorsports Chevy. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also check out one of those 2 videos beside me. Visit frontstretch.com for more racing content.